time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really had no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, ballet, walk out, all these bands I lost count.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Going for it all. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Second and 10, Goff again. Spinning past him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now you won. Start left here.
After the interception, here's Gall. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Back to throw. Gall. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bobby Wagner in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Returnable for Lockett. Whoosh. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
first and 10. It's Wilson. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is first and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Now Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Ndamukong Suh breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Check 50.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now after the sack, here's third and goal from the 20. Now it's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 12.
On second and 10, Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on third. Gone. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no. They went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Let's go, 14.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Gall, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Third and long. It's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see a left.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have...
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a first down throw, gone. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Orange.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he fires one incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Check 51, check 51. Right, move 15.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Shotgun. Side, 380. 95.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game, and now they've got 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson leaves it for Penny. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
Again, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get over excited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Penny. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Returnable for Dorsett. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Let's go work. Let's go to work.
Now Wilson on second down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. Wilson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's Penny on the counter. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play.
And now here is another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and they take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 50, it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Penny finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He gets him to Baldwin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tempo, tempo. Booker team.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. It's caught. Baldwin. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jaron Reed forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Goff now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Goff throwing again. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baldwin. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by Mark Barron. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We go, Salah. 180. Shell.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
We got three, fellas. We got Salah. 180. 49.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Three down. Play 20.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Kelly, 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Cut! 280! 3 down. Hey, check cut! 26, Mike! 26, Mike! Record! 3 down,
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for L.A., not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.